The spring and summer season are the busiest times of the year on America's highways and back roads, with young drivers accounting for 6% of the total number of licensed drivers in the United States. There's no better time than now to teach the importance of safe and non-distracted driving. Here to help us stay safe behind the wheel is former race car driver and current driving instructor Stefan Gregori, as well as Chris Potgreiter. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having us on the show today.
Thanks for having us.
So I said 6%. That's well over 12 million drivers on the road. What are some tips that we can take from you guys for keeping our kids safe and just minimizing accidents? You know, being the race car driver that you are, I'm sure you have some great advice for us.
Yes, we're at Miles Ahead, the mini teen motoring school, which we run here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We teach basically emergency driving situations, how to deal with emergency driving situations. But as you know, one of the biggest problems on the road is distractions. But it's not only teen drivers, I think it's all drivers. And so it's important to mention that.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, what would you recommend when becoming more just safety conscious, you know, just incorporating some of those safety patterns into our daily driving
Well, we like to teach a few tips, like very easy tips that I can go through right now with you. Is basically number one, you have to respect the speed limit. I think it's very easy to go over the speed limit. We see too many drivers going too fast. I think it's very important to respect your speed. Space is also another one that we see. Not enough space between cars. It's a 3-second minimum spacing between cars. Anticipation also, you need to anticipate, not just teen drivers, all drivers, at least 10 seconds ahead. You should be aware of what's happening in front of you. So you really have to concentrate on your driving. Obviously that takes to put those cell phones away when you drive, which is very hard to do for most people, but it's the key really for success. When you drive a car, you have to drive it 100%. If you have one hand off the wheel, then it means you're only 50% in control. And so I think, but distractions are definitely the big problem. Another thing that's extremely important is to have a car in good condition. You have to drive a safe car, and I think Chris can talk to us about that today.
Yeah, so Chris, tell us, you know, is the automotive industry doing something to address these safety issues?
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen massive gains when it comes to safety, particularly in the small car segment, but a lot of safety benefits and advances have been made due to new technologies being incorporated into all cars, be it premium and luxury, larger luxury vehicles. And these types of features are things like the ABS braking system and electronic brake force distribution, which really allow the driver to remain in full control of the vehicle during an emergency braking situation. I'm standing right here next to the Mini, the new Mini Cooper hardtop. This car has a crash sensing system as well, which can instantly detect when the car's involved with an accident. And what that'll do is within 1/100th of a second, it'll unlock the doors, it'll turn on the hazard lights, and it'll also cut off the fuel supply. So not only in the Mini, but in most new small cars in the US market, there are passive features which do keep the driver safer during an accident. And there's also new technologies which allow the driver to also avoid collisions out there on the road with pedestrians and other cars.
You also have this program called Miles Ahead, which is the only driving school in the 104-year history of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. What is it that you want people to know about the school?
Yes, basically we're very honored to have this driving school here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm a former IndyCar driver myself. I did the Indy 500 7 times. We actually have our instructors, our race car drivers. There are many race car drivers who actually live here in Indianapolis. So that's very unique. Our instructors are really the real deal, we say. And also we have a great car, obviously, with we have a fleet of 18 cars for people to drive. We have two programs. A mini teen motoring school, which is only for teen drivers. We teach them how to deal with emergency situations. But we also have the mini performance motoring school to teach people how to drive on the racetrack. As race car drivers, and I don't know you, but you may like speed, but we always say to people, do not go fast on the road, that's way too dangerous. Enjoy your car on the racetrack. So that's what we do, we teach people how to do that.
Well, I think that's terrific too. Obviously, we want to keep our kids safe on the road. With so many distractions these days, especially like you said, mobile devices behind the wheel. So thank you so much for your advice. We're going to hit the road, so stay safe out there, stay safe on the racetrack. We're going to have more on this at Fox4MorningBlend.com.
Real Housewives is coming to Orlando. Kind of. We'll explain after your one last of your Puck Forecast. Stay with us.